Some stories are meant to remain in the shadows, unseen and unheard. But every so often, one breaks free, escaping the darkness and entering reality. And when that happens, the consequences can be grave. People get hurt. Sometimes, tragically, they even lose their lives. Tonight on Whispers Beyond Archives, we're bringing you an in-depth paranormal report. This is not a dramatization. This is not folklore after Downing. What you're about to hear is real. On July 13, 2025, veteran paranormal investigator Dan Rivera was found dead. His body was discovered in a hotel room in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, a town infamous for its ghostly history. According to The Sun UK, Rivera had just completed a stop on the Devils on the Run tour. This was a traveling exhibition of haunted artifacts, including one of the most feared cursed objects in history, the Annabelle doll. When authorities entered his room, the Annabelle doll was missing. That fueled a storm of rumors online. People speculated, was it stolen? Did it vanish on its own? Police later confirmed that the doll had been secured elsewhere for safety. But the incident reignited questions about whether Annabelle's curse is still active. Dan Rivera wasn't just a tour guide. He was a respected investigator with over 3 decades of experience. He worked directly with the New England Society for Psychic Research, or NESPR, the very organization founded by Ed and Lorraine Warren. So how did we get here? Why is this doll, of all things, so feared? Let's rewind to the beginning. Contrary to the movies, the real Annabelle is not made of porcelain. She is a Raggedy Ann doll made of fabric, soft cotton, and 2 button eyes. But behind that innocent appearance lies something much darker. In 1968, a nursing student named Donna received the doll as a birthday gift. At first, it was just decoration, but soon, strange things began happening. The doll seemed to move positions when no one was looking. Notes appeared around the apartment, messages written on parchment paper, saying things like, "Help me." Neither Donna nor her roommate Carol owned parchment paper. Terrified, they contacted a medium. The medium told them that the spirit of a little girl named Annabelle Higgins was attached to the doll. But when Ed and Lorraine Warren arrived, they believed something else. This wasn't a child's spirit. It was a demonic entity, using the guise of innocence to manipulate the living. One chilling night, the Warrens visited Donna's apartment. The room felt heavy, as if the very air was pressing down on them. The doll, once lifeless, now seemed to watch their every move. Ed and Lorraine performed a blessing, but the disturbances escalated. They decided to remove Annabelle and contain her permanently. But the trouble didn't stop there. On their way home, the Warrens' car brakes failed repeatedly while Annabelle sat in the back seat. Ed Warren eventually pulled over, sprinkled holy water on the doll, and only then did the car return to normal. Annabelle was locked in a glass case in the Warrens' Occult Museum. Inside the case, they placed protective prayers and holy relics. But even then, the danger wasn't over. One day, a Catholic priest visited the museum. He laughed at the warnings, tapped on the glass, and mocked the doll. According to Medium.com, on his drive home, the priest saw Annabelle appear in his rearview mirror. Moments later, he lost control of his car in a near-fatal accident. Another visitor wasn't so lucky. A young man once knocked on the case and challenged Annabelle, daring her to do something. On his way home, he crashed his motorcycle into a tree. He died instantly. His girlfriend survived but suffered severe injuries. Annabelle's legend spread worldwide after James Wan directed the Conjuring and the Annabelle films. During production, the cast and crew reported strange occurrences. Lights flickered, objects moved, and one actor narrowly avoided a serious on-set accident. James Wan later admitted that the filming felt heavier than usual. So who were the Warrens, really? Ed Warren was a self-taught demonologist, abilities. Lorraine Warren claimed to have clairvoyant abilities. Together, they founded NESPR, the New England Society for Psychic Research, in 1952. Throughout their lives, the Warrens investigated over 10,000 cases. These included the Amityville Horror, the Perron family haunting, which inspired The Conjuring, and of course, Annabelle. Their work was controversial. Some viewed them as protectors. Others accused them of exaggeration. But one thing is clear: their investigations shaped modern paranormal research. The Warrens' home became a museum of cursed objects. They called it the Warren Occult Museum. Annabelle was the centerpiece, locked inside a protective case. Visitors were strictly warned: do not touch, do not provoke, and never mock the doll. In 2019, the museum was forced to close. According to Newsweek, zoning issues and neighbor complaints led to its shutdown. But the artifacts, including Annabelle, did not disappear. They remain under the protection of the Warren family and their trusted associates. Some of these items, like Annabelle, are now part of touring exhibitions. That's how the Devils on the Run tour was born. This leads us back to Dan Rivera. Rivera led these tours. He was careful. He followed protocols, wore gloves, recited prayers, tour death. And yet, he died suddenly after one of these events. The official cause of death is listed as natural causes. But for those who know the Annabelle legend, the timing feels chilling. There's a debate in the paranormal world. Some believe these tours help educate the public about supernatural dangers. Others argue that moving cursed objects around the country is reckless. Are we inviting darkness into our lives by tempting fate? Or are we simply telling ghost stories to scare ourselves? As for Annabelle, the warnings remain. Whether you believe or not, it's wise to treat certain things with respect. Mocking the unknown has consequences, sometimes fatal ones. This has been Whispers Beyond Archives, Paranormal Deep Report. For sources and further reading, check the links in the description. Stay curious. Stay careful.